From getting chased by a UFC fighter's bodyguard
I'm sorry.
to getting pinned to the floor by a security guard,
Oh, there we go.
here are times when some YouTubers went way too far and got humbled. Starting with Kanel Joseph, an American YouTuber whose content mainly revolves around a lot of pranking and borderline harassing strangers. His pranks ranged from throwing bedbug-riddled beds on people.
You know where I can put this? It's got bed bugs.
Yeah, you're right on top of him. Right here. Yeah! Bed bugs, mother.
And another time pretending to vomit on people on the subway. On one such occasion, while attempting to pull a prank at the airport, he messed with the wrong person. The premise of this prank was to approach random people at the airport and claim their luggage as his.
It's mine.
How do I know that?
You don't have to know that. I told you.
So you're stealing my bag?
No.
What
It's got
is
my
it?
name on it right there.
It doesn't have a name.
Okay, well anyway, it's mine.
He had attempted to pull this prank on an elderly man, which resulted in an altercation where his hair got pulled by the roots. And the man also tried to reach for his videographer.
Hey, buddy, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Luckily for them, they were rescued by the police and security officials who helped hold down the now presumed aggressor. Both he and his cameraman deserve criminal charges and lawsuits from every single person he's targeted. Moving on to another internet personality who is constantly in turmoil for publicly harassing people all in the name of entertainment, Neon. Neon is one person who seems to always completely disregard the possible consequences and outcomes of his idiotic choices. One notable instance was when he threatened to approach Donald Trump at a UFC match, regardless of the fact that the U.S. Secret Service was protecting the presidential candidate at the time. This reckless decision led to Neon being banned from the entrance specifically.
Neon's not allowed in.
What?
They dropped your name specifically.
Huh?
They just dropped your name specifically, bro. They said Neon is not allowed in.
And it also prompted Dana White to rip into him, calling him a punk.
He said he was banned from the arena? No, what happened is he said some stupid shit. Yeah, you're probably going to get busted up and thrown out of here, making threats. He's this tall, too. You know that? Punk.
There was a time when he entered an MMA press conference and tried to clout Chase by asking Nate Diaz a ridiculous question.
Second question I have for you today, man, is when you do get knocked out, are you going to retire?
Nate Diaz did not like this very much and instantly rebuked him for the disrespect. While Neon tried to apologize, the line was already crossed, and as he was stepping out of the building, he was chased down by Diaz's security detail. He kept running while screaming apologies.
I'm sorry.
Neon can't even blame his security when he's putting himself in these situations. Bro finally got a real taste of what happens when you mess with the wrong one. Let's see if he ever disrespects Nate ever again. While Neon somehow escaped this time around, the same could not be said for when he and Aiden Ross went up against Ryan Garcia. Aiden Ross is a popular streamer, YouTuber, and influencer. Like Neon, he has built his following by being heavily active on live streaming on Twitch.
Oh my God! No.
Although he also gained a lot of audience earlier through playing video games. Aiden has found ways to remain relevant, like inserting himself in conversations, disregarding if it's controversial or not. Other times, he brings rappers on his stream and collaborates with fellow streamers and influencers. In August of 2023, Aiden decided he wanted to challenge Ryan Garcia alongside Neon in a 2-versus-1 man match. One might expect that they would have a little bit of an edge going for them due to Ryan being on his own, but that was easily disproved. Aiden Ross and Neon could not hold their ground against him. Ryan kept sending really accurate shots into their bodies, making Aiden lose his breath at some point and constantly sending them to the ground of the boxing ring.
2-on-1.
Oh, shit! Neon!
No matter how many times they tried, it did not matter. Ryan kept sending them straight back down. In the end, they gave up completely humbled by the sheer difference in power and skill.
Yo, Will! He got it, bro!
However, witnessing this firsthand did not stop another influencer, Sneako, from challenging a professional fighter. Sneako is a famous YouTuber, streamer, and influencer who is known for his red pill content and often controversial actions and opinions. One notable instance was when he challenged Penguin Z0. That situation did end amicably, with Sneako learning his lesson and apologizing.
And I apologize to Moist Critical for showing a picture on stream of you and your girlfriend. That was not very Christ-like.
I'm sorry.
Not much damage was sustained by him, except in terms of public perception. However, the same can't be said for when he challenged UFC fighter Sean Strickland. On February 9, 2024, Sneako arrived at the UFC Performance Institute in Las Vegas, where he suggested a sparring session between him and Sean Strickland, the UFC middleweight champion at that time. Sneako might have assumed it would be a light session, not expecting any intense situation. However, within the first 2 minutes of the altercation, Sneako tried but failed to dominate the match in any way. Strickland continued to taunt him and eventually rained punches all over his upper body and head, leaving Sneako with a bloody nose. When the cyberbully meets up with a real bully. When the internet meets real life. Next up is Bradley Martin, who also attempted to punch above his weight class. Bradley Martin is a fitness influencer and content creator YouTuber. He is also the host of his own podcast named The Bradley Martin Podcast. On this podcast and other platforms, he is famously known for asking professional fighters if they think they could beat him in a street fight.
I'd beat the out of you in a street. You think you beat me in a street fight? Real question is, who wins in a street fight, me or you? Well, a true street fight, like, you might not know what's coming. Who wins in a street fight, me or you? We run into each other in the street. Who wins, man? Who wins? What would be your move to beat me in a street fight? Rob, who wins in a street fight, me or you? Who wins in a street fight, me or you? That's why I could beat you in a street fight, basically.
He often suggests this behind the backs of some fighters whom he feels are no match for him, even though he has had run-ins with some professionals for being way in over his head. This time around, it did not take an actual fighter to humble him. Instead, it was one of the bodyguards of the Nelk Boys.
There we go. Oh, there we go.
This situation went viral back in 2021, and as shown in the video, Bradley was being constantly overpowered by the guard. No matter his efforts to turn things around, it didn't work until the bodyguard voluntarily let him go. I know Brad's ego was hurt after this, and he thinks he can take on Nate Diaz, Mighty Mouse, and everyone else in the fighting world. Another person who learned a lesson for saying the wrong thing was Action Man. Action Man is a popular YouTuber who started with gaming content.
What do you mean you're fighting? This is a squad game. No, the you ain't.
I'm a demon for a reason.
This is a squad game, man! Get the back here!
And has quite the engaging personality while streaming, with the T in action written as the number 7. Action Man was once a professional gamer, and it was no surprise that he still made gaming content for a living.
Get my card and go for the rest. Get my card and go for the rest, man! Is that guy Vin Diesel?
However, his IRL streaming content is occasionally intense, with him being involved in altercations. One time, he was on stream outside a building with a lady, and while Action Man looked potentially drunk, he was not saying anything too crazy, until he decided it was time to be a motivational speaker. He started telling people they could achieve whatever they wanted to, including the lady, saying that she could achieve it without selling her body, proclaiming that to be her reality.
Y'all can do whatever y'all put your mind to, bro.
Without selling your body.
Without selling your bodies.
Action Man then said that selling one's body would be faster.
But if you do, it's gonna go faster.
After a quick and short back and forth, he then told her that it only feels good for a short time, leading to a slap right to the face while he stood there, too stunned and trying to comprehend what just happened.
I feel great. Wait, so
You do.
who else? Are there people over there too?
She slapped the F out of him. He got stun-locked. Although in this other case, fortunately, this did not result in an altercation. There was the time Eric Konevsky walked up to a stranger at the mall. Eric Konevsky is a YouTuber mainly known for his prank videos, and once he tried to pull a prank by impersonating Liver King. Liver King is an influencer who promotes an ancestral lifestyle that involves intense workouts, physical routines, and a diet high in protein, namely raw meat, raw eggs, and organ meats like liver and kidneys. Liver King consistently promoted this lifestyle through his Instagram and YouTube channel.
Meat Mountain for the Liver King, because I keep stealing all the meat that they make.
However, Eric Konevsky did not stop there. He went ahead to promote the same lifestyle in public. On the 30th of September 2023, a video was uploaded where he went to the mall to approach people, but this time he disturbed the wrong person. Eric Konevsky walked toward an unsuspecting stranger who was sitting and minding his business, intending to harass him. He asked what the stranger was eating, but the man, sensing something was up, immediately rebuked him, wanting no part in the shenanigans. Eric Konevsky then offered him raw meat, demanding that he try it, but the man was not having it and continued telling Eric to walk away as he wanted no part of it.
Whatever y'all got going on, let me eat.
You don't want to try raw meat?
I'm about to set this shit off, bro, I promise.
In the end, Eric backed down and walked away before the situation escalated. YouTubers pissing off every human on Earth slowly, one encounter at a time. Likewise, a humbling mall incident between influencers and strangers occurred when Jason Ween and FaZe Adapt went to Target. Lastly is Jason Ween, an Asian American YouTuber and influencer. He has grown significantly in recent times through his IRL streaming activities.
I don't dance now. I mean,
It should also be noted that he is a gamer and has joined the gaming clan popularly known as FaZe Clan, filled with other YouTuber stars. One of the members of the FaZe Clan is FaZe Adapt, a fellow YouTuber and content creator.
91 minus 2024. She was born in 1910, 1913.
Jason and Adapt were streaming at Target when, at the cashier, in an attempt by Jason to try and troll FaZe Adapt, he got humbled instead. While their purchases were being packaged, Jason asked the cashier if he knew of Adapt. Almost immediately, the man recognized him, stating that he watched his videos.
This is Adapt, by the way. Adapt?
When Jason asked if he also knew him, unfortunately the cashier confirmed he didn't know him by shaking his head, saying he actually didn't know who Jason was.
This is Adapt, by the way. Adapt? Oh, no, I'm Jason. I'm Jason.
Good to meet you, my boy.
Yeah, why she going up?
That's what's up.
Yeah. I haven't seen videos in a while.
There haven't been a lot of videos.
No, I agree.
Everyone at least gets noticed and has had a love life, except Neon, that was fake, except Jason.